Meanwhile in Outworld, Kotal Khan has captured and sentenced the Collector, one of Shao Kahn's loyalists, to death in the Kahn's arena. While Collector argues that he obeys Shao Kahn's word, Kotal responds that Shao Kahn is dead, and that his corrupt law allowed Collector to get away with committing crimes against those weaker than him. As Collector struggles to free himself from the apparatus meant to snap his neck, Kotal sees that his soldiers are struggling to turn it and prepares to behead him with his Macule wheel when suddenly the ground starts to rumble, and a blizzard of sand surrounds the arena. At the same time, Cassie, Johnny, and Dark Raiden awaken to see a similar sandstorm throughout the Special Forces base. These actions are caused by Kronika using the hourglass to merge the sands of destiny, merging the past and present together. The sandstorm rages on, but to everyone's shock, the sand appears to take form, creating younger versions of Johnny, Sonya, and Jax, who can only stare in confusion and bewilderment shortly afterwards. Dark Raiden can only gasp in shock as his own body disintegrates into the sands, Shinnok's amulet dropping from where he once wore it to the ground as the sandstorm dissipates. Back in Outworld, Collector uses the distraction of the sandstorm to break free from his apparatus, and the sand takes several forms before everyone. Younger versions of Scarlet, Aaron Black, and Kano appear, alongside Shao Kahn and Baraka, alive once more. However, the sand also creates younger versions of Liu Kang, Kitana, Kung Lao, and Jade, alive unlike their present counterparts, alongside a younger Raiden who has yet to become corrupted. Kotal is bewildered to see a barrage of past faces, but Shao Kahn takes immediate offense. Not only has Kotal taken his throne, but both he and Mileena will die. Raiden explains that they were at the second Mortal Kombat tournament, where Kung Lao had just defeated both Shang Tsung and Quan Chi in combat.
What game are you playing, Raiden? What magic power is this delusion? If it is a delusion, it is one we all share. Is it possible that the past and future are colliding? Katana, Baraka, Scarlet.
Kotal is also overcome with joy to see Jade, his former lover, alive, but the moment is interrupted by a furious Shao Kahn, who believes Raiden has trapped everyone in an illusion and demands Kotal relinquish his throne. A fight then breaks out between Shao and Kotal. The latter is losing the fight, but Raiden and Liu Kang save him, and a fight breaks out between the two sides. In the chaos, Kotal confronts Baraka, who is distraught to learn he and his other Tarkata die, and defeats him. However, Kotal is suddenly caught by a rush of blood that erupts from a dead beast, and is washed down into the beast pens below the arena, where he confronts Scarlet and defeats her.
The orphan turned assassin.
Jade manages to meet with him, where Kotal explains that he was captured and taken to Shang Tsung's flesh pits for experimentation, but was freed following the sorcerer's death. As she returns to the surface to help the others, Kotal confronts Aaron Black while he tries to reason with the cowboy, telling him that he becomes a future ally. Aaron responds that he doesn't care about the future and only wants to be on the winning side. Kotal defeats Aaron as well, and returns to the outside to confront Shao Kahn. While Shao Kahn is outraged, believing Kotal is unworthy of Outworld's throne, Kotal responds that Shao Kahn was a corrupt and unjust dictator who only cared about himself, not the people he ruled over.
Your conquest serves you.
Shao Kahn is defeated, but before Kotal can finish him, Borat comes to the aid of the villains and leads them through a portal of sand, taking them to safety. With the conflict over, Raiden introduces himself, but Kotal rebukes that he already knows who Raiden is and explains to the Thunder God how he becomes corrupted and apathetic following Shinigami's defeat, which horrifies him. Regardless, Raiden assures Kotal that he is not the person he is yet to be, and the two form an alliance to find out what has happened. Raiden prepares to return to Earthrealm with Liu Kang and Kung Lao to find out what else has happened, with the former bidding goodbye to Kitana as they wish each other luck.
So, this is goodbye.
Only goodbye for now. I can't leave while Shao Kahn threatens Outworld. I must seek justice for what he did to my family, and to all Edinia.
I will come back for you, to aid you, Princess.
Meanwhile, in the lost hive of the Khitan, Shao Kahn is suspicious of D'Vorah aiding him despite his previous genocide of the Khitan, and finds from Collector how he and Melina died. Realizing D'Vorah killed his daughter, a furious Shao Kahn prepares to kill her when Kronika intervenes alongside a construct and a mysterious cloaked woman. She explains that all the villains are under her protection, and tells Shao Kahn of both her plan to create a new era and that Raiden will not exist in it.
The legends are true.
With this knowledge, Shao Kahn and his followers swear allegiance to Kronika.
I enlist all those who disdain the current course of history. By merging past and present, we may draw upon allies from both eras.
How will fighting your battles benefit me?
I offer a greater empire in the new era, Shao Kahn. Raiden will not exist to thwart you.
You can wipe Raiden from history?
It is an immense task, requiring great power and effort. My hourglass requires protection while I work. Will your Outworld armies defend it?
They shall.
I died in the Colosseum. You on a rooftop fighting Lord Raiden.
On their way to the academy, Liu Kang and Kung Lao talk to each other about their futures.
I'm not.
Kung Lao is worried about the villain he will become, but the Chosen One assures him that they must first understand the future before they can change it. Raiden can help them with the task. At the academy, they find the Shaolin were slaughtered trying to defend the grotto, and swear revenge on the Netherrealm. After avoiding a corridor filled with swinging axes, they are sealed in a room and attacked by the past Scorpion, who has joined Kronika after being promised that the Shirai Ryu will be restored in the new era. Depending on the player's choice, one of the monks fights Scorpion while the other tries to disarm the traps.
I can't stop them.
The monk emerges victorious, but the other is unsuccessful in disarming the traps. Poisonous gas then begins leaking into the room, as Scorpion teleports to safety. Liu Kang and Kung Lao are sealed in a metal cage and are about to die when suddenly the traps are disarmed. The present Jade joins Scorpion, informing him that their plan requires the two live, and explains that their deaths are caused by Raiden. Liu Kang ignores her, believing he and Kung Lao died due to their own mistakes. The monk chosen defeats Jade, while the other defeats Scorpion again.
I like the real you better.
Scorpion retreats as the two Shaolin monks descend to the Dragon Grotto, although Kung Lao is worried they may be forced to face their future selves.
The Dragon Grotto is through there.
Meanwhile, Raiden goes to consult with the Elder Gods, asking for their help, but they reply that even they are in danger. The time merger has weakened their powers, and they too will be erased when Kronika creates her new era. One of them, Cetrion, tells Raiden that to restore the momentum of time, he must find Kronika's keep, and defeat her to take control of the hourglass from her.
It will be done.
The Thunder God also admits he is worried about the ruthless persons he adopts in the future, but the Elder Gods assure him that restoring the timeline will not set his destiny in stone, giving hope that he can avoid becoming Dark Raiden. Liu Kang and Kung Lao enter the Dragon Grotto to find Kronika's construct extracting vials of Jinsei, but they are soon confronted by their revenants. Both are horrified to discover that they do indeed die at Raiden's hand, but Liu Kang refuses to believe this. The four fight, with the past Liu Kang and Kung Lao emerging victorious. The construct then turns to fight, stating they should have listened to their present selves, only to be decapitated after Kung Lao throws his hat. Regardless, the construct reforms intact, and introduce himself as Garrus Chronica created him as a fixed point in time, and therefore he cannot die. Regardless, the chosen monk defeats Garrus in combat, while the other manages to secure the Jinsei vials. Despite their victory, Chronica arrives at the grotto and freezes both Liu Kang and Kung Lao in time while Garrus delivers the vials he obtained. He admits it is dangerous to keep them alive.
If they die,
Chronica responds that if they die, their present selves will cease to exist, and they are needed to defend the keep. She returns to the hourglass, explaining she now has the energy to begin reshaping the sands of destiny. She decides to have the Netherrealm's forces guard the keep, while Shao Kahn plans to kill Kotal and retake his position as ruler of Outworld to secure its allegiance.
And what is your progress,
Sector, who also survived the time merger alongside Syrax, has restarted the Cyber Lin K and is converting warriors kidnapped from the Lin K past. Back at the Special Forces base, Raiden reunites with Liu Kang and Kung Lao, informing them that the Elder Gods cannot intervene. He also explains that he was indeed responsible for their future deaths, but promises that there are multiple timelines and that he will seek to preserve one where they live. The Thunder God then meets with Johnny, Cassie, and the past Sonya, who explain that they managed to connect Netherrealm attacks with time anomalies, but also explains that the past Sector was also brought to the present in the time merger, and is kidnapping Lin K warriors to be converted into Cyber Lin K at the restored factory. Fortunately, Sub-Zero is already on his way to shut the assembly down, joined by Grandmaster Hanzo Hasashi, although Raiden is in disbelief that Scorpion. Thanks for watching. This is too hard to make this videos. Please like and subscribe. This is end of chapter 3.
He's reactivating and upgrading the same factory he built to convert the Lin Kuei into cyber killing machines.
Undoubtedly, to construct new and more powerful Cyber Lin Kuei. Chronica may seek to co-opt them. What of Sub-Zero?
Already on his way to shut down the factory. Grandmaster Hasashi is going with him.
Grandmaster Hasashi? Hanzo Hasashi?